Megan Thee Stallion, Megan P. We gonna get into this Megan Thee Stallion situation, man. As y'all come on in, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Y'all know we want YouTube to recommend the channel so we can invite people to the uncomfortable, controversial conversations that we have. Protect black women. Protect black women. That's what this is about. It's about protect black women and this about men, black men participating in patriarchy. That's what this is about, man. That's crazy. Megan Thee Stallion. I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to go to jail. This lady on the body cam talking about I don't want to go to jail. I didn't get shot. What y'all think about that, man? I ain't get shot. I don't want to go to jail. Hey, man, as y'all come in, hit that like button. We gonna talk about talk about this today, man. I'm gonna get groovy in about a few minutes. I typically give people time to come on in. I give time for the trolls to do what they do. Know what I'm saying? Yeah. Megan the Lion Stallion. Man, hit that like button. Just hit the like button. Go ahead, hit that like button. Hit the like button for me. Y'all go ahead, hit that like button. Y'all go ahead, throw 50K in the chat. 50K. What y'all think about Megan Thee Stallion, man? What y'all think about Megan? Y'all think Megan lied? Y'all think Tory really y'all really think that Tory shot that lady, man? Y'all believe that? Y'all really believe Tory shot that lady? Y'all believe he's an innocent man? Do y'all believe that? What y'all think? Before I get this message going, I want y'all to go ahead and hit that like button. Let's get 8 likes before I get started. Y'all give 8 likes and then I'm gonna give y'all my opinions on what's going on in this situation, man. If you a troll, man, I'm gonna get you out of here, man. You a troll. Let's go ahead and get it up to 8 likes. Let's get 8 likes. We get 8 likes. I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all what I think and what's really going on with this. So y'all go ahead. And also, man, y'all tell me what y'all think going on. What's going on? Y'all hit the like button. What's up, David? Hit that like button. Tell me what you think about Megan Thee Stallion in Germany. Are you aware? Are you familiar with what's going on with Megan Thee Stallion? Y'all hit that like. Go ahead and get them likes up, man. Hit that like button. And throw 50K in the chat before I get this message going. I came to give y'all a blessing today because there's a lot of game to be there's a lot of game that we can receive from this. There's a lot of understanding that both men and women can receive through this information. What's going on, Daisy? So there's a lot of information we can receive through this. And y'all go ahead, throw 50K in the chat, man. Give it a few more minutes. I know the trolls show up, then all of a sudden I just gotta cook. Then I start cooking and it's ugh. I ain't got on here in a long time. I use StreamYard. I've been doing StreamYard, so I typically don't. I hadn't really gotten through. I ain't just cooked on YouTube in a while, but I need to get on here more. As far as like just directly to the phone, just start going live more, man. I ain't been doing that in a while. I'm out here in Houston. Y'all go ahead and hit that like button when y'all come on in. I'm finna get this going. I'm finna get this message going. We finna talk about Megan Thee Stallion. What's going on, Con? We're gonna talk about Megan Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez. Did Megan lie? Is Tory innocent? Did Megan lie? Is Tory innocent? What can we learn from this experience? Both men and women. Is this really about protection of the black community? Is it? Is this about protection of black women? Or is this about the protection of one's reputation? Find out here on the Charm Hour. All you gotta do is share this message and hit that like button. I'm gonna get going in about 4 more minutes. 4 more minutes, I'm finna bless y'all. Go ahead, hit the like button when you come in and throw 50K in the chat. For those that don't know, we got a 50,000 sub campaign going on here at the channel. We want 50,000 people here having uncomfortable conversations. Because I believe that when we have uncomfortable conversations, that's where we grow. You grow when you have uncomfortable conversations. That's where we grow. I like having the conversations that people don't want to have. I like having the conversations that people don't want to have because I feel like that's where our society grows. And we get these popular scenarios and situations. We have these situations like this with Megan Thee Stallion. And we get these situations like what we had with Diddy and Cassie and whatever the case may be. And we actually, we get to learn from it. And a lot of how I dialogue and break this stuff down is uncomfortable. I be breaking this stuff down in an uncomfortable fashion. But it's important that we discuss it in totality and in truth so we can learn from it. So again, I ask you, do you think that Megan Thee Stallion lied? Do you think that Tory Lanez is telling the truth? One thing I'm going to say about this, man, nobody should ever go to prison falsely accused. No one should ever go to prison. I really hate to see people who have been falsely accused of something end up in prison, because in prison you can lose your life. This man, Tory Lanez, went to prison and could have potentially lost his life behind a situation that he may not have even really been a part of, or being accused of something that he probably really didn't do. And so I could totally understand why they are working aimlessly to get him out of prison. And I find it unique that Amber Rose is doing this. I find it unique that there are women that are doing this. I find that to be unique. But nobody should ever end up in a prison cell falsely accused. A falsely accused person going to prison, it's got to be probably, that's just a terrible situation. That's a terrible thing. I'm going to get into this message. I don't really want to keep this long. I just ain't been on here and cooked in a minute, so I'm really just getting my chops up. You know what I'm saying? When comedians go on the road, they test their material out, and they see if, if it's grooving, if it's making sense. They get with their people and they try their material out. When I do these lives like this, just impromptu, that's what I'm doing with y'all. Like, y'all let me know. It don't make sense, bro. That ain't hitting. That ain't going. You ain't going in the right direction. Ken, you ain't going in the right direction. But y'all give me the feedback that I need. Y'all give me the feedback that I need. Hey, here's the problem with the Megan Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez situation. The problem with the Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion situation is that you take something like this and politicize it and attach it to something as important as protect black women. And when you have a situation like this that is nothing more than a lover's quarrel that you attach to something as important as protect black women, you devalue a real political view. When you take a situation like this and you attach it to protect black women, you devalue the concept and the idea of protect black women. Because on camera, you have a black woman that is seemingly lying. That's the issue here. The issue here is not protect black women. The issue is you have a woman up here. What's up, real? I'm doing a little cook off, a little some, my lives ain't been, jumping like they need to. So I'm just cooking. I'm just doing a little cook up. Hit that like button for me too. I'm just doing a little cook up. Can you hear me? It's all good. All right, this is just a test run. But I might let this simmer. I might actually let this simmer on here. I typically do that and cut it up into some clips and give it to y'all. The issue with this situation with Megan Thee Stallion is it is attached to a real issue, which is protect black women. And you got somebody like Megan up here lying. Now, we've assumed that you lied. We assumed that you lied. But that body cam footage, hey, let me tell you something, dog. That lady was more worried about going to jail than getting shot in her feet. That lady was more worried about going to jail than getting shot in her feet. Because if you was that nervous about going to jail, you can't convince me that you wasn't nervous about your feet getting shot. You dance, you use them 2 feet to twerk. I know you need both of your feet to be stable enough to twerk that big old thing you got back there. So why would you not? You mean to tell me that if you was really shot and didn't just step on glass like you claim, you wouldn't have been more nervous than that? So this whole scenario has seemed wild from the get-go. When you look at the body cam from the police, when you get the ring sound from the ring camera, when you get the witness saying, hey, I saw a woman shoot her, well, I mean, it all lines up. It really corroborates Tory Lanez's story. It does. Now, why he didn't get on that stand and tell, I don't know, but I would have told. Because now look, he potentially could have lost his life because he didn't want to snitch. This is a lover's quarrel. This between 3 people. This a lover's quarrel. We done all been there before. You didn't tell her you was sleeping with her. She didn't found out. They home girls, whatever the case may be, and they blew up. This they shit. This ain't ours. This something that they had going on, and this is them wanting to protect their reputation. This ain't got nothing to do with us. But when you take, I'm gonna be honest, I don't even believe that was Megan's idea to make this a protect black woman issue. I don't think she was thinking that quick on her feet. I think she was mad about this dude that she wanted to be with sleeping with her homegirl. But you know, when a woman's scorned and their heart is torn, oh man, they gonna say a whole bunch of stuff. They'll lie on you. We've all been there. I've been lied on. A woman will go to court and lie on you. If you ain't never had a woman go to court and lie on you, then you're not gonna understand this. If you ain't never got caught cheating on a woman, then you're not gonna understand all this. You're gonna Van Lathan. What the hell is wrong with Van Lathan? Van Lathan is willing to die on that hill that Megan Thee Stallion is not lying. Now, at the beginning of this, even on Brothers Talking podcast that I'm a part of, I got on there, you know, I had a crush on Megan Thee Stallion. I was like, hey, I want to protect her at all costs. Because being a man, see, a lot of men just want to protect her because they like her. You got niggas like that out there. They just want to protect her and appease her because they like the way she look. Niggas will just bypass truth just because of how a woman look. That was me. I was one of them people. Even though the story sound funny, I was like, okay, Tory, you're a monster. But when we see what really happened and you put it all together, it's like, man, yeah, I definitely think you lied. So, her to attach this whole situation to protect black women, oh man, it makes the culture look bad. It makes the culture look bad. Because protection of black women is something that should be rooted in integrity and honesty. So when you up here, we see you on the body cam, your stories on the timeline not adding up, and shit like that, we don't believe you. So what does the world now say when we think about protection of black women? We think about how easy it is for women to lie. When it comes to Cassie and the Diddy situation, and we hear all these things that come out about Cassie, what do we think about the protection of black women? That a lot of these women are full of it. How y'all don't see that? How women aren't understanding that when you attach a lot of these celebrity scenarios, which are full of it, full of shit, and you attach that to something that should be rooted in integrity and truth, such as protect black women, what do you think the world view of our culture is? I done told y'all before that the black culture is rooted in debauchery. I told y'all that black culture is the most perverse culture in the world. We say it here on the chart. It's all throughout the charm hour. I done said it. I got so much material, over 800 videos that you can go through on this channel of so much material that I'm just gonna leave because we haven't officially launched our podcast yet. The podcast is officially launching at the end of June. So that means it's gonna be on. It's gonna be distributed. Everything. We got a whole production coming and all of that. I just been cooking and giving y'all a lot of my thoughts. But I've said that here. That this is really a culture filled with debauchery and perversion. And we promote that. You got a woman up here that's rapped about taking advantage of men and taking their money and being a pimp and being what you think come with that? It's no different than the drug dealer talking about drugs being surprised he going to jail. You just rapped about shaking your ass on somebody and sucking them dry and all this nasty stuff that you rap about, because that's what you be rapping about. And then you're caught in a scenario that reflects the music that you talk about. You get caught in this lover's quarrel. You are mad at Tory, and then Tory is now the representative because of what he did to you of all black men. Then you get somebody like a Deontay Kyle. Again, I'm a fan of Deontay Kyle. I like Deontay Kyle. But he really misspoke on this. I don't think this ruins his fan base. I think they're going to continue to support him. He's going to continue to grow. Awesome. But he misspoke. Just like Van Lathan, just like Mark Lamont Hill. You know, all that soft nigga shit got to go. And really, it makes black men look even worse, especially of those that you say you standing up for black women, because look at what you standing up for. Van Lathan, You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Take that cowboy hat off. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You up here just, till the wheels fall off. You riding for Megan Thee Stallion when we can clearly see you riding for Megan Thee Stallion and other women are trying to hold her accountable. Y'all scream protection for black women, but y'all never really protect black women. Just like Jess Hilarious trying to hold the Transformers accountable, y'all not protecting her in that. We just this is all, it's all cool to say. It's all cool to say protect black women, but are you really protecting black women? If you can't tell her the truth and hold her accountable, you're not protecting her. The real issue in our community, the real issue with black men is the culture that we have and the culture that we allow to continue on in our community. That's the issue. And until you change that culture of black men, you'll never have full protection in the community at all. It's three types of black men. There are three types of black men. There's the street, there's the guy that's aligned with street culture, rap. There's the passive, there's the passive aggressive guy. The passive aggressive dude who just damn near should be a feminist. And then you got the blue collar guy. You have the blue collared man who really is prone to go to red pill. The blue collar guy is prone to go to red pill because that's the only thing that discusses masculinity in a comprehensive way. Enough for him to get some direction on where he should be going with his masculinity. And that's an issue for me too. It's been so much knock against red pill, but when we talking about black men specifically, where do you want these guys to get their masculinity? The highest form of masculinity in the black community is through gangster street culture. And we see that it's toxic and poisonous. So if you can't switch that culture, you really can't be, there's no way that these men can be responsible and accountable for women's safety when they not accountable and responsible for their own safety. We have a deep-rooted issue in our community, but it ain't got nothing to do with no celebrities. Your baby daddy cheated on you and left you. He ain't Tory Lanez. Stop trying to use Megan Thee Stallion situation to vindicate that. Vindicate you. Yeah, some of these women out here ain't worth for nothing. Tory being free is not setting you free. What this does allude to is the cultural issues we have. Man, we don't vet no information. We don't vet, and this is me included. We do not vet no information. We take everything at face value. Oh, he did what? And we just rock with it. And a lot of men have been victims of that. Y'all have to understand, you can't say that you want to have this community that you're accepting and we accept everybody and we want to have this community, but we take a portion of the community, which are heterosexual black men, and say, we not going to listen to us because of how we feel, and it doesn't bring you comfort. You can't do that. A lot of these guys are up here talking about community and how they want to help the community, but they're really only talking about a portion of the community. They're not talking about us in totality. I will tell you the parallel between the Megan Thee Stallion situation and real life situations is that women lie. Men lie too, but if you screw that woman over or you cheat on that woman, the only thing that woman can do is ruin your reputation. She can't physically fight you unless she harms you in a very aggressive way. What do women do when they get hurt? They scratch up cars. They throw bricks through windows. They do everything they possibly can. They go lie and ruin your reputation. A woman will do that. If you hurt a woman bad enough or she feel embarrassed, of course she'll want to put you in jail. Why do we act like this stuff don't happen? That's why you had a lot of average men, uh, you know, feeling as though situations and scenarios they've gone through have been parallel to that because they went through it. And the one thing I know about women is that no matter if a woman is right or wrong, they're going to stick together. Only a few, only a few will pull away from the pack if they're righteous enough and they realize that what's going on is super detrimental to them. Because remember, a woman firstly is, as she's self-serving, it's about what's good for her. And that can work in your favor if you're the right type of man. So you got Amber Rose, you've got this congresswoman stepping up and saying that they're going to try to get this man out because they know that man was falsely accused. How many men do you know out there that's sitting in prison? How many men do you know out there don't have a house? How many men do you know out there have lost everything because they went through a very tumultuous relationship with that woman or they've been falsely accused of something? So to have a whole, large portion of the community, to have these podcasters, to have Van Lathan sit up here and just kind of ignore that and make it seem like black men just hate black women. No, we don't. Not at the rate in which we marry them. Not at the rate in which we're having children with them. Most black men marry black women. How do we hate them? How? Most black men marry black women. That's the truth. So this is not an issue. Let me say something else too. I'm gonna cook on this. Stop taking black men's pushback or black men's criticism of what they've typically gone through for years as um as terroristic, malicious, or even red pill. Everything ain't red pill, y'all. It's a shame that you're considered red pill for just saying that you think something is wrong. For just saying something is wrong, you're considered red pill. And those of y'all that are speaking on red pill don't fully understand it enough to be talking about it. I have some red pill ideology or what would be considered red pill. I would be considered a red pill man to many, but I'm not red pill. Once you achieve a certain level of masculinity, the alpha beta talk goes away. Because masculinity is a spectrum. I'm a man. I understand masculinity. That's just what it is. And in masculinity, and when you're on the spectrum of masculinity and you're learning what masculinity is all about, you discuss what it's like to interact with a woman, especially full time. I think we're going to be covering this on our next show. We're going to talk about this in detail. We're going to break it down. Hey, man, y'all don't forget to like, subscribe, throw 50K in the chat. Yeah, I did let the cat out the bag for those of y'all that heard. I'm going live again too. I'm gonna go live again at 3 today. We are officially launching the podcast at the end of June, man. So if you just caught this, I'm gonna see y'all again at 3 p.m. CST. Peace.